And we are back again, everyone. Now, we are continuing in our entertainment segment, and we're going to talk the power of positive music movement because the goal of the organization is to facilitate a positive change in the content of music and media through awareness, education, and opportunities. And this is for upcoming artists and musicians. And on the lines with me again, returning to the show, is Keyonne Brooks. He is the CEO of the Power of Positive Music Movement. Keyonne, welcome back. How are you?
I am fantastic. Very excited to be back. Thank you for inviting me.
Sure. You know, it's always a pleasure to speak with you, Keyonne. But my first question that I have for you is, how did the organization come about and what is the mission?
You know what? That's a great question. I want to give an example of one of the pivotal moments in the starting of this organization. Besides me praying and asking God, what did He want? What was my purpose in my life? We went out to an open mic. As you know, I've been in the industry for a while, and we went out to an open mic with a few musicians and singers that I knew, and it was actually at the Zen Lounge, which is owned by Tisha Campbell and Dwayne Martin. Mm-hmm. And when we left, I asked my friend, I said, hey, what did you think about tonight? She looked at me, and she said, I feel like I was thoroughly cussed out tonight.
Wow.
I said, are you serious?
Oh, my goodness.
She said, yes. She said, I have not heard so much vulgar language in a long time. And I was like, oh, man, music is supposed to be uplifting. It was supposed to be a good thing. I didn't want you to leave feeling like that. That's why I chose a music venue.
Yeah.
And like I said, later on, I prayed, and I was like, Lord, that really bothered me. Because I was like, she's been in the industry, she's worked with everybody, and she didn't leave the performance pleased. And I asked the Lord, what is it that I could do, how He would want to use me to make this change. And this Power of Positive Music Movement come up through that prayer. So that's the best way that I can say that it inspired me to really start doing this, is when you get a word, such a divine word such as that.
Yes, yes.
And our mission is grassroots lobbying toward the change in regulations on the music content that's played on the airwaves. They need to regulate, and then we could have guidelines of what music could be played and what cannot, because you never know who it's going to affect.
That's right.
And implement music programs for schools, targeting the youth first, because, once these children, we don't want to program them to negativity. That's what music can do. If you keep listening to that. And then also holding an annual Power of Positive Music Movement Festival with various acts. But let me just say something about that.
Sure.
That particular part is very exciting, because you have artists of all types. I mean, even, I don't want to throw out any names, but even some of the biggest hip-hop artists wanting to get on to the festival, because they even understand the magnitude now. When people grow up, they see what impact they can have on people's lives, especially if they've been successful.
Absolutely.
And so that's been very exciting to me, the festival planning part of it.
And you mentioned about our youth, because I always say they are our next generation, Keyonne.
Absolutely.
And it's very important, very vital that we, train their ears, if you will, to listen to more positive music movement. Talk a little bit more about our youth.
I was just in a meeting last week with my attorney. He said something that really stuck out to me. He said, you know what, once we program to be so negative, then even when something positive happens, they don't even know how to receive it.
That's awful.
That is huge, because if you look at every situation in a negative way, and what you hear the most will become your perception and or your reality. So if all you're listening to and seeing is negativity, you're going to look for those things, and you're programming yourself to be like that. And we as the adults have to take heed to that and say, wait, we didn't grow up like that. We had influence, and even if they didn't have influences that were the best, we all had somewhere we could turn, at least growing up. I'm only 27, and I know we always had somewhere, and now it seems like everybody's becoming emotionally numb to where things are happening so often to where, that's just the way it's going to be. No, we have to facilitate a change. We have to do something about it as adults, because the youth are going to follow us.
That's right.
They're going to follow what they think is cool. And if we're allowing it to happen, which is what we're doing, then, we're setting them up for failure, and that's very scary.
You are absolutely right, Keyonne, and I am, again, hats off to you because you are definitely doing wonderful things. Listeners, if you have watched his Facebook page, hey, this guy here, he's all about positive movement in the music industry. Keyonne, any other words that you'd like to share with my listeners about the organization?
Oh, absolutely. I want to say we are not trying to bring down any form of artist. We're actually uplifting them and acknowledging the powerful platform that they have. And we're just asking them to use it responsibly. And I like to go back to my testimony. You can watch it on YouTube, the video of me speaking about Whitney Houston at LA Film School.
Yes.
She could have never known that she would have such an impact on a little child in Mississippi, especially when I was past her prime, so they say. I come up after the bodyguard and all this.
Yes.
So, her music and her lifestyle, the things that we saw, because some of the stuff is speculation, but things that we saw was so inspiring, something that you had never seen before. Now, she could have used her music in a different way, but she chose to listen to what she was saying, or think about what she was saying before she sung a song.
Absolutely. Yes, she did.
And that is very powerful. So you never know who you're going to touch. And then also, radio and TV have always been major media outlets for change. There were people like Martin Luther King that actually fought just to get on TV because he knew what exposure that would be and what type of change he would be able to bring from being on the radio or on TV, because they had a broader audience. And now it seems like, you can almost pay someone and get on TV, but you're not really thinking about what message are you putting out there and who are you touching. So that's very important to me, because once you have that platform, tilt my hat to you, but how you use it is more important.
Very important. Yes, it is. Yes. Listeners, again, we are speaking with Keyonne Brooks. He is the CEO of Power of Positive Music Movement. And a little information about it. Music is a powerful tool in many ways, and it is among the few activities in which the use of the whole brain is involved. Keyonne, tell us a little bit more about how music actually stimulates our health.
Oh, good. I love that. Because did you know there are certain keys that you can play music in that will bring about a certain mood to you? And then also think about music and mood. When you have a TV show, they use this music to set the tone of a scene.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You use music when you go on the elevator to soothe you.
Yes.
That's what they call the elevator music. It's a certain type of music. I hope I'm answering your question.
No, you're doing wonderfully.
Music is such a universal tool that it's in a part of all of our lives, even if we don't even think about it. I was watching a commercial the other day, and they were, there's a lot of elections going on now.
Yes.
And the beginning half of it, they were just drilling this man. And then when it comes time for the man that they wanted people to go for it, then the music changed. It becomes this lovely, jazzy type music. It's like, well, the first music wasn't like that when you're trying to set the tone of the first, for the first candidate. So music is used in everything.
It is.
And again, I took my hat to those that have the platform. And I was listening to Gladys Knight. She did an interview, and she said, I used to sit and I would read the lyrics before I was singing any song, because what I'm saying, somebody's going to take that as like Bible. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Certain people look to you that way. And, you have to take heed to your platform. Take heed to what you're doing.
You definitely
with your
do.
platform.
Definitely. Keyonne Brooks, Power of Positive Music Movement. If there are any listeners out there who are interested in joining and learning more about your organization, please tell.
All right. You can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at PoPMM Movement. So Power Positive Music Movement. So you just put PoPM Movement. And then for the website, it's powerpositivemusicmovement.org. And you can sign up for our newsletter there. We do blogs. And actually, one of the questions she was asking, we just did a blog on that, and the different type of ways that music can affect you emotionally, and how negative music can affect you. So be sure to check out our blog and sign up for the newsletters. You can get those right to your email.
All right. Find out, as Keyonne just mentioned, about how negative music can be harmful, because as we know it can, how music boosts your immunity, how. Keyonne, again, how can they join and find out more about you before I let you know? It's very important.
It is powerofpositivemusicmovement.org, or follow us on all our pages at PoPMM Movement. Or you can even email us at info@powerofpositivemusicmovement.org. And if you have any questions, or say you want to volunteer at our events, because we are doing the festival, if you want to just be an advisor, or help spread the word, brand ambassador, we're accepting all of that. So you feel free to email us at info@powerofpositivemusicmovement.org.
The Power of Positive Music Movement is a movement inspired by the recent events in the mass media that have been built. They have built mental walls and poisoned society. And this is what Keyonne has been speaking about. Keyonne, there's an open invite whenever you'd like to come back to In the Know Radio Magazine show.
Oh, I thank you so much. I appreciate you all have been, I need to say this, you all have been the biggest supporters of Power of Positive Music Movement, and it truly warms my heart. I thank you all so much. Just know we'll be back.
Thank you so much. And again, listeners, this is the young man who sent me the T-shirts, myself and Cedric, and the bracelet. Look on my Facebook page and you'll see those pictures. Thank you so much for that. And you have continued support from us here in Nashville, Tennessee.
I really appreciate it.
You're welcome, Keyonne. You have a wonderfully blessed weekend.
You as well.
Thank you. Bye-bye. And again, listeners, that was Keyonne Brooks. He is the CEO of the Power of Positive Music Movement. Positive music is very, very important and very vital, very much needed in today's society, because there's so much negativity that's going on, and we want to continue to